MP Bimol Akoijam slams buffer zone restriction over OC being prohibited to enter his own jurisdiction. Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation convener Jitendra Ningomba cautions against conduct of census in Manipur amid crucial juncture. Hello, you're watching ISTV English News. I'm Jay Xiaoinam, giving you the news in detail. By pointing out that even OC of a police station is being prohibited to enter his own jurisdiction, MP Bimol Akoijam has slammed the buffer zone restriction and questioned the integrity of Manipur. He was speaking at a booth-level meeting held at IMAP Fowoi Bisanglen, Kumbi at Kumbi. Further speaking, he questioned the credibility of the centre's claim of buffer zone not to being existed in Manipur. He further asked if the state forces were allowed to move freely beyond the checkpoint to investigate thoroughly the bomb blast which took place at Saiton. He exhorted the people to elect for a capable and visionary leader so that the territorial integrity of Manipur can remain intact.
Police officer to go with some of the Channel Kravan. She told the promise a lot of some of the highway my top officers in there. Karam the SP Amana, some of them, brother, my tail of Ishnu, Pilot, Magi, Hana, police station, district police team, Makada, with the SP, Tamala, Yali, right there. My tail was all getting a simple, I got on every SP or the noise. I do not have my father, the Tamala, one pilot. Aduga sidesida sigi sopan padala sona kanda district to na cooking tang tum tor kanda kanino manu to ise sa koi hangda dina leire karamba India ki law makhada executive law ko order ma di matung ina noin da sangmaya ni thingi no ba. This is not 144 lambi thingom to 144 alo hujiti 163 we da bani BNS ta lo ngai ba lo khanu na tani leiba aduna insang de do karamba law the provisions general executive order to aga sitting in why base ngasi kana hangrage base Manipur sigi pot mayam se sarkar musung lenga sitting khatna kada ri kana na popi dil to dono ba. They are very important issues, but if you do not have the state and the government interest, you will never be able to resolve this. Lenga pandana mapu pandana issue handle to kana to dono.
Congress intending candidate Dr. Khangembam Ramesh shot overwhelming support of the people in bringing positive transformation of Kumbi Assembly constituency as well as Manipur.
Wasi Manipura, Bharat Hariba Leba, the Tilubadagi, according to Machi, Tangpuri, both of which are saying Yaki who put it around. Mayama Hailabani, saying Yaki who put it up Kumbiki and the Abu Mamta Late, Adu, Eva Taragadi. Nahamaki apuna bot piki bulu dapat kari ubah soyom telera mani. Obo bobo tesi. Samvidana pi ba ta manga hari baji kayu na ta manga sta apuna dhagat kilometer tuna miyang thabuk tawuri abagi matam amane ba. Bali jumma makoya thabuk tawu dapat taragadi anu hum singe hari kudung chap purnaga pi ba. Natuna thabuk tawuri misal amun anna apagi minum oya dhagat pa kudung chap so koi samvidana pradala pi uposak amane. Adi bo mayam na haina bada. Kumbi Kendra say, Yakai who puts a home to late try. I do with Aragadi. I put a boat big mutton up on a 20 belay, 20 with a carino, and I put a candidate among the Nina Hogana. I put a tighter canoe than a boat big with a name.
Convener of Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation, Jitendra Ningomba, has cautioned against the proposed census, saying it is not the time to carry out census in the state amid the crucial juncture. He made a statement while attending the 8th Foundation Day of Sporting Youth Club SYC of Hairok Partu, Moirangthem Laikai in Thoubal District. Jitendra Ningomba further stated that the illegal immigrants staying in the state will never be identified if the census is conducted before NRC. He highlighted that a mass uprising is needed in order to prevent the proposed census. He also spoke about the efforts made by Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation to push for NRC before census. He said the members of the campaign had also spoken to MLA Thokchom Radhesham and Speaker Manipur Assembly T.H. Satyaberta. Moreover, a 5-point memorandum was submitted to the governor on December 16 and Union Home Minister on December 15, pressing for conduct of NRC before census, he said. He called for public support in the mass agitation to be held on last week of February or first week of March 2026.
nupi amana angang popu ya duse sahi moda ama khadna droba moida changchade mogi holo ko changchadu yengonu da angang tare di chang pok le meba hari bim sing joction kribasi amukana se to view hadana national register of citizens he masi implement of the government India da haibada tabidre aduna hojiksi ekhoda mangda taduna risi lan manung degi lan gi hek mamang umsum lan gi manung degi anak ko phangna asong gi leibak degi Myanmar degi mi mayam ma sanga khre se ekoi sana su khange mamang ida mokhogi kuki in pi Manipur na leibodo kuki singi mokhogi or cs wasing mayam da adugi apur modu ka koi dokanda mayam ma leire hadana ekoi na musu kaina control to godegi haina khanna na kutan jane adu da lan tokjen gi ne ma chana hekal ki bo mayam singdo mikok thibo matamda yoksin ki bo dargadi ekoi ne ngasi mitu ni ne lauri se mitu ne habi yar roiba Karina, India citizen on Gidore, Miko Tibuti Yaukibutari, legally Makose, citizen of India, Oigreva.
As part of the Foundation Day, elderly citizens of the area were presented with winter gifts. Moirang Kendra Apunba Longmi Shinmi Amasung Nupi Loop and Kumbi Longmi Loop have served an ultimatum to the Agriculture Department to translate the assurance given by its Joint Secretary Mohammad Yasir Khan into action by January 10, otherwise warned of launching intense form of steer starting from January 13. A farmers' meet was held at Moirang Palace regarding delayed disbursement of compensation for farmers affected by ongoing ethnic conflict. Following the meeting, Secretary of Moirang Kendra Apunba Longmi Shinmi Amasung Nupi Loop El Manglem spoke to media persons where he pointed out that more than 5,000 hectares of agricultural land within Bishnupur district alone could not be cultivated since the outbreak of May 3, 2023. He said the Joint Secretary of Agriculture Department had earlier assured to release the remaining compensation for the farmers affected by the conflict. However, no action has been taken so far. He said the department must also raise the compensation amounts for each year for the affected farmers.
Cookie na Tugai Birambal, Lokong Kai, Amama Lariba, Lopum Singer, Captain Pina, but whatever Taret Loraga, was secretary the Pizza Banisip Secretarina, Akoi, whatever single to Lobiraga, has Odara Matoe, Utang Tarabogi, Manunchida, Zon Secretarina, Yarabadi, Lomishin Jigi, Lehuri Basenga, Semdin Sazilaga, Home the Tarage, Haina Yana, but they are going to see for Wong, I do not likely. Adubo Lomishin Sina, Henawaba Matam Wishila Punina, Senjaba Lomi Luki Secretary, Amadi, executive putting Mukta Habira, putting a Sigi. Mifamasi Tangtaragi Matungdagi Tap Tabatarabadi, Away Agitation Taurasi, Highland Singum Katigi, Masigi Mifamasi Pamani, Matung Tarakpada Yana Double Larabadi, Masigi Mifamna Tangtara Home Doidagi, Kunjang Tangshilagani Makal Matel Kayagi, Highway Period, Amasu Luxury Haina, Kanganzari.
Veteran politician, former president of BJP Manipur Pradesh and former MLA of Thangmaiban Assembly Constituency, Mainam Borot, passed away today. He was a founder member of the Bharatiya Janata Party BJP in Manipur and was associated with the party since its formative years in the state. Condolences have poured in from political leaders, party workers, and members of the public across the state. National spokesperson of BJP Sambit Patra has conveyed a condolence message expressing his sadness at the demise of former MLA Mainam Borot. Sambit Patra added that Mainam Borot was indeed one of the founding pillars of strength of BJP Manipur, while ex-Chief Minister and Biren too condoled the death of Mainam Borot. He stated that Mainam Borot's passing is an irreparable loss, not only to the BJP, but also to the people of Manipur. As a legislator and public representative, Mainam Borot always upheld democratic values and worked tirelessly for the development of the society, leaving behind a legacy of integrity and dedication, he said. Dalit Sahitya Academy Manipur observed Kabiraj Moirangthem Rajendra condemning function and also organized reception ceremony for National and International Awardees 2025 at Manipur Press Club. Former Director, Soil Conservation, Nagaland, Senjam Nandeshwar, National Secretary of Bharatiya Dalit Sahitya Academy, India, Dr. Yumnam Mahendra Kumar, Member of Bar Council Advocate K.H. Iboyaima, National and International Awardee Advocate A. Surendra Kumar, and former Office SBI C.H. Lilabanta graced the occasion as the man case. A total of 37 national and international awardees 2025 were honored during the program. Now we have the national news. Center has issued notification for first phase of the Census House listing that operations will conduct between 1st April and 30th September this year across all states and union territories during a 30-day period specified by each state or union territory. The Home Ministry states that provision for self-enumeration will be available for a period of 15 days prior to the commencement of house-to-house listing as per the schedule notified by each state or union territories. The two phases of the census will be of house listing and housing census. For the Union Territory of Ladakh and snowbound, non-synchronous areas of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, states of Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand, the population enumeration will be conducted in September this year. Earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi approves the scheme of conduct of Census of India 2027 at a cost of 11,718.24 crore rupees. Moreover, Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs in its meeting on the 30th of April last year decides to include caste enumeration in the upcoming census. External Affairs Minister S. J. Shankar says India and France must work together to stabilize global politics where the world is witnessing a fractious geopolitical environment. He made remarks during meeting with his French counterpart Jean-Noël Barrot in Paris. He also notes India chairing the BRICS and France helming the G7 this year, and even refreshing to both sides being part of the G20 grouping. He further states that continuous conversation is important to nurture relationships. External Affairs Minister also noted India chairing the BRICS and France helming the G7 this year, and even referred to both sides being part of the G20 grouping. The two ministers also focus on preparing the ground for French President Emmanuel Macron's visit to India next month to participate in the AI Summit. Now we have the international news. US President Trump signs an executive order stopping US support for 66 organizations, agencies, and commissions after ordering a review of American participation and funding. State Department says in a statement that administration believes these institutions are poorly managed, unnecessary, wasteful, or influenced by interests that do not align with U.S. priorities and may threaten the country's sovereignty and prosperity. Trump's administration has taken several foreign policy actions, including capturing Venezuela leader Nicolas Maduro, indicating an intention to take over Greenland. Documents released under America's Foreign Agents Registration Act (FARA) show India's Operation Sindoor after Pahalgam attack in April last year shook Pakistan. It said Pakistan pleads with US for help, even offering more investments, special assets, and critical minerals in exchange. Pakistani diplomats and defense officials reaches out more than 50 times over emails, phone calls, and in-person meetings to several US officials and intermediaries, and even US media. Operation Sindoor was India's response to a barbaric Pakistan-sponsored terrorist attack on tourists at Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir. On night of May 6 and 7, India destroys and severely damages multiple terror infrastructure sites in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, including training camps, launch pads, command centers, and logistic hubs linked to groups like Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba, notably at locations such as Bahawalpur, Muraddi, Muzaffarabad, and Kotli. Before we end, the headlines once again. MP Bimola Koijam slams buffer zone restriction over OC being prohibited to enter his own jurisdiction. Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation convener Jitendra Ningomba cautions against conduct of census in Manipur amid crucial juncture. That's all we have in this bulletin. Keep watching ISTV News.